Speaking of the Nene Leakes Show, y'all remember Tamar with the Big Back Cadillac? Y'all remember? Hold on, let me go to Tamar with the Big Back Cadillac. Hold on. Let me go to Tamar with the Big Back Cadillac. So Tamar and her Big Back Cadillac, she has basically said that, she didn't mean it. She's sorry. She wants to have a sit down with Loni Love. Okay, she has backtracked, okay, on everything that she said, even though she sat up there and said it with her full chest. Okay, here is the first episode. And here, listen, Tamar said it not once, but twice in 2 different interviews, okay? And Up with Yee, okay, with Angela Yee and Jasmine of the Jasmine brand, she said it wasn't a proud moment. It says Tamar Braxton reflects on her growth at the BET Awards, opening up about reaching out to Loni Love after past tensions. I wasn't proud of me in that moment. Let's listen to what she said. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer in Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for fair use. Fair use.
Able to hold my tongue for all of these years publicly. And the last thing I wanted to do was shame anybody or kind of reignite anything that, was kind of put to rest.
Gotcha.
And I felt really bad about that.
Were you able to text these people and be like, hey, or did you?
Actually, I did reach out to
Okay.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that
You reached out to Loni.
I absolutely
I'm glad
did.
you did, because I do really like her, and I did feel bad when I saw that. I was like,
I felt bad because, number one, she didn't deserve it,
Okay.
and she didn't deserve it publicly.
Okay.
And, I didn't want to shame her in any way. And things that happened in the past just happened in the past.
right.
And
you have so many great, amazing things happening. You don't want that to overshadow.
No. And it's not even about a public persona. It's about a Tamar persona. You know how we opened up this interview and I said, I'm proud of me?
Yeah.
I was not proud of me in that moment. I felt like I actually relapsed. Okay. Like, yeah, we got beef, but why we got to keep it going in the public? Like, we don't even really have beef. Like, we had an incident, right? And so, y'all, to be honest, where I am in my life, I don't even have beef like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I saw last night, I gave her away. She didn't give me one back, but that's okay. She'll get there. That's all right. She'll get there.
At least you know where she stands for now.
And it's okay. She's a Taurus, but it's fine with me.
Yeah.
But, just where I am in my walk, y'all, I ain't for that.
Okay.
Tamar said she living in love and light. She didn't prayed on it, and that ain't what she meant. She said it, but she didn't mean to say it. That's what she said. And I don't understand how she taking it back, but she did say it.
Hey, good.
I love it.
I've been able to hold.
Okay, so the people in the comments say she do this every 3 months. And somebody said she's saying that it's today. Tomorrow she'll be throwing shade at someone else. Child, please. Somebody else said Tamar just seems unhealable. Every breakup, she on a healing journey, and every time you turn around, it's something. It's hard to support her with that behavior. Now, here she is with the other one. She said it again over here. Who was this one? I saved this link. Oh, this is with Loren Larosa, and she opened up about the Nene Leakes Show, and people were saying that she blamed Nene for it. Hold on, let's listen. Shout out to Loren Larosa. She called me the other day.
I saw you on a Nene Leakes Show.
Oh, God.
And we talked about it on the Breakfast Club before.
I saw.
Now, you done brought in Cadillacs and Big Backs and, so there's never any reconciliation that will happen with you and Loni Love.
I'm not going to say that. And I do want to say that is me being on Nene's show. I love Nene. We have a lot of history.
Yes.
But that is an interview that I'm not so proud of. Because it was a lot of girlfriend kitchen talk, Okay, so imagine being at a bar with your girlfriend that you haven't seen in a long time, and y'all have cocktails, and y'all just start talking about stuff, right?
Okay.
That was that interview.
Got you. But, I mean.
Wait a minute, you sat there though. You knew the cameras was rolling. You knew you was mic'd up. So, I mean, when you say kitchen talk, you weren't in the kitchen, friend. You was at an interview.
Not Tamar, but when you say something, it go.
But I forget. And especially when I'm in a comfortable setting, you know what I'm saying? And then there's cocktails involved. It gets very free flowing. And I just do feel like everything is not for the public. Now, had we had this conversation one-on-one, it wouldn't have sounded so offensive because you would have known that I was joking and kidding and blah, blah, blah.
Got you,
but
okay.
once you say something and it goes out to the media, you just kind of got to stand by it. And that's been a lot of my moments. Well, unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, well, when I said, will there ever be any reconciliation? You said you won't say that.
I won't say that.
You're open to a conversation with Loni Love.
I am. I'm open to a conversation because I feel like now, first of all, I probably should say this out loud and in front of everybody. I apologize for calling her a Big Back Cadillac. Not in any way did I want to shame her or, you know, I've held on.
Not the apology, honey. That's big of her.
To, you know, my composure all of this time and never said nothing, you know, bad, you know, and that was just really a vulnerable moment. And I apologize, Loni. I really want to have a conversation that could lead to a reconcile.
Well, let's start now with the conversation that could lead to reconciliation, right? I think when that moment happened, it made a lot of people go down a rabbit hole of, well, what was the issue? And then we look back at the show and because I didn't know that you had such a big role behind the scenes when it came to the show that you guys were on together, right? But it sounded like, or it felt like you felt very wronged in that situation.
Well, wronged because of the friendship level.
Okay.
Right? So when I almost lost my life, she came to visit me at the hospital and like she
Okay, you saying all these good things she did, but you called her Big Back Cadillac.
said before, on a couple of interviews that she would come to my house on a random Saturdays and, you know, just hang out and be, you know, a sister friend. And, you know, when I heard all of the things that was happening behind the scenes, of course, as a human being or someone that you would call your sister, you know, you would be devastated about. So, and I was too. I'm human.
Did you ever go to her and try to initiate a conversation once you heard these things?
No, because it was just so much. It was just a lot.
It was a lot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a lot.
You hesitated a bit when you said it was a lie. It still kind of like chokes you up a bit, what you experienced?
No, it doesn't choke me up. I just want to be very careful about the things that I say because, like I said before, I want to be able to stand by the things that I say.
Gotcha.
And on my healing journey, and when I watch things that are, you know, not so much like me in the now, I become disappointed in myself. And I always want to show up as my best self, where I am proud of myself and where I can physically see my growth and be happy about it. So that's why I'm very leery about what I say, because I don't, you know, you're somebody I really like and respect, and we could definitely have a comfortable conversation outside of these mics.
I got you.
And so I just want to remain as somebody who, you know, I look at the end of the day and be happy.
Speaking of doing you, I saw you on Nene Leakes.
There you go. Okay. Do y'all think Tamar was genuine in her apology? Put a 1 in the chat if you think she was genuine. Put 5 in the chat if she thinks she's just full of shit. She's just full of shit. I put my 5 in the chat. I think she's full of shit. Listen, Tamar, you know you said it, and you just taking this opportunity to go viral yet again by bringing it back up. Okay, you could have just let it die. Anyway, you said the Braxton family need to put her in one of those conservative shit. You said she full of ish. Okay, y'all feel like me. I put the link in the chat for anybody that want to call in. What did I talk about today? I talked about Simon being released from ICE custody, which I told y'all weeks ago. I didn't spill the tea, but I spilled it on Patreon about Simon working on a project. And Simon has actually said, showed a little clip of something in his stories where he is sitting on set. Looks like a confessional, honey. Looks like Simon is working on something. I told y'all and I hate to say I told you, but I did tell you. I told y'all a few weeks ago when Portia filed that document saying that she didn't want to appear in court in person tomorrow, that she had a international career opportunity. I told y'all that I speculated that she was in Traders, and now people have confirmed that, you know, Nene will not be on Traders and Portia will. Okay, I had told y'all. And we also talked about T.S. Madison and Nene Leakes and how the internet is calling Nene Leakes transphobic for saying she don't want to sleep with nobody who sleeps with T.S. man hands. And I don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean, if I'm sitting here with my friends, even my gay friends, if I say I don't want to sleep with nobody that sleep with you, I mean, it is what it is. I'm sure, like, at the end of the day, they don't want nobody that won't care. Well, sometimes they don't care. Y'all don't care. We be caring though. I don't know why we care, but we do care. Let us care, okay? I talked about that, the trend, what y'all thought was transphobia. I'm like, it was just pure honesty. And let us have license and agency over our own bodies and decide who we want to sleep with, just like men can decide they want to sleep with everybody, or if they want to sleep with trans or they want to sleep with this, we can decide that we don't want to sleep with a man who wants to sleep with trans. It is what it is, okay? What else we talked about? Oh, we talked about Tamar Braxton at the BET Awards and how she took back her Big Back Cadillac comments. The ratings are not out. I put that up by mistake. I'm sorry. I'll talk about it tomorrow. Okay, the ratings come out on Wednesdays, friend. They're not out yet.